Attorney, author, and activist Brian Cuban is in tonight to continue the conversation. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Heather.
So I'm interested in what you think that the committee did not fully get behind this. What is that telling you?
It's telling me that there is this war on drugs narrative that still permeates our consciousness. There is no reason not to do this.
But so many people would say it's a slippery slope. If we do this, it leads to the next and to the next.
Again, it's this narrative that everyone who is a personal use user of marijuana or whatever is this escalating criminal. It's a stereotype, and it's people watching too much Breaking Bad.
Right. Okay. So because I'm sitting in this chair and I've got to play the devil's advocate here on this side. People would say, listen, if we can arrest these, what are referred to as low-level criminals, they're going to lead to the bigger fish, to the the worst criminal, the more serious crimes.
That's simply not true with personal possession arrests.
Okay.
The majority of arrests for marijuana are for personal possession. And people, again, it's back to a stereotype that there is this evil conspiracy with anyone who has an addiction problem.
So I would guess then that you'd say it is a waste of resources for officers, because it's keeping them off the streets when they could be on the streets.
Not just that, Heather, but we have to look at the people who are being arrested too. With the point was made on the screen,
right,
that people's lives are being disrupted, even though it doesn't take away the criminal penalties. People are going to jail. People lose their jobs. People can't take care of their family. Let's allow them to have some continuity of life for a nonviolent offense.
All right, so I want to talk about both of those things. First, I want to, the process, it stays the same. This isn't changing the punishment.
No, it's still a misdemeanor.
Okay, and then now let's go to the families, because you're arresting somebody who's got a job, who has a family to support, and then they're in jail, they got to make bail, or maybe they can't, and then there's that trickle down.
A lot of people, to some of us, it may seem like a low amount of bail, or why can't you just make that?
Right.
For a lot of people, that's a problem.
It's a lot of money.
That is, and they can't get out.
All right, so what's going to change the tide, do you think? What's going to make things go?
We need more people to speak up and start addressing this stereotype that the failed war on drugs has created. A war that has become really a war on families trying to deal with addiction, and people, people with substance use disorder, addicts, trying to get better.
So do you think it can work? I'll give you a couple of examples. In Hays County, they're doing the cite and release, and they're writing tickets, and the person who received the ticket is not showing up. They're not going to court. And you got to go to court. You got to complete the process. You got to figure out what the punishment's going to be.
Those people are going to do that regardless. I don't think that is a reflection of the cite and release. I think there are going to be people who don't show up.
Who just don't do it.
Yes.
They don't show up for jury duty. They're not going to show,
right,
all the different things people don't show up for.
I don't know that there's necessarily a court.
No.
I mean, no, with people not showing up in cite and release, I haven't seen any stats that show a correlation there.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, and in Travis County and in Austin police are saying this is working. It's going just fine.
There's no reason, again, there's no reason not to do it. It's not going far enough.
Yeah.
The next step needs to be decriminalization.
Well, and I think that's what some people don't want to see.
Well, there's plenty of data out there to show that decriminalization, I say that 3 times, decriminalization works. We can look at Portugal, who in 1999, 1% of their population was addicted to heroin. Mm-hmm. It had the highest age-related, drug use age-related rate in the European Union. Mm-hmm. They decriminalized in 2001, not just marijuana, across the board. Mm-hmm. And all these years later, rates have dropped almost in half.
Well, I think it's probably here in Dallas, anyway, it's going to take a long time to get from here to
Absolutely.
there. We're
it's
just
a process.
Keep watching.
It's a process.
Yeah.
Their culture developed differently than our culture.
Yeah.
But we have to look at the fact that there is data that shows that it works.
All right. We'll keep watching. Brian, thank you, as always, for coming in.
I appreciate you having me.
Thank you.